All right, what's up, guys? This is Just the Facts. I'm your host Eric, and I'm with my co-host.
Jimmy, you know what's up.
And we're here talking about our top five players for every award of the first half of the season, and just really just what are how to go in our opinion and stuff people need to
Yeah.
work on, stuff people did really well, and we're just gonna go over it, just a review.
Yes, sir. And we're just gonna give our predictions really, and our thoughts on every award race. Some of these were pretty hard for me, man. Some of these some guys I left out that could have easily been on there, but I mean, yeah, it took me a minute to make this and finalize it, but I feel really good about it. I feel really good about it. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, first MVP, of course. My top five is Giannis, LeBron, Luca, Harden, and Kawhi. And let me give you the Giannis LeBron debate, I guess. First of all, LeBron has Anthony Davis, bro. He's a top five player himself. So like I know LeBron's obviously 35, having a great year. Um, but Giannis is just on a whole nother level, bro. He has one of the highest PERs ever, ever. Like he's past Wilt, I think, in PER. So anytime you pass Wilt in a stat, come on now. Um, and the Bucks are just rolling, man. What are they 40-7 or something like that? Something along those
They're
lines.
what is it
Forty
called?
six and eight.
Yeah,
They're 46-8, and they had a 16-game win streak earlier on in this year, and they're just rolling through everyone right now, man. The Lakers have had their struggles here and there. They've struggled against good teams. Their schedule is pretty weak in the first half of the season. Whenever they play good teams, it'll be spread throughout and not in game, like a 5-6 game stretch or whatever. But um, I mean, for Giannis, it's just gonna come down to the playoffs for me, man. I think he has the MVP not on lock mode, but I think he's a clear front runner in my opinion. Um, but the big thing about Giannis is it's gonna come down to the regular season because he was the best player in the regular season last year, and Kawhi got him good. So I mean, we're gonna see again this year, and um, yeah,
Okay, so yeah, for MVP, in order of Giannis, Dame, Braun, Luca, and Westbrook, and yeah, for me, Giannis, like you said, is really a clear front runner because they're just rolling. They by far have the best record. They're 46-8, and he has no signs of just slowing down. And I think he's been for me. Some people say Braun, some people say Giannis. I say Giannis because he's been more productive than LeBron. Um, Braun's kind of had some. He's kind of had some tough patches here and there. You know, maybe some shooting mishaps.
he still can't shoot free throws, dude.
I
Still, I
mean,
know Giannis can't really, but
yeah, but LeBron's on a whole other
LeBron,
level.
16
It's,
years, still can't make free throws.
but but yeah, Dame. I have Dame actually ahead of LeBron because I kind of feel like Dame should really be a top two candidate for MVP if he can get them to the playoffs. Because I mean, they're right there. They're right there at
They're
number
right there, yeah,
nine.
on Memphis.
I mean, they got hoed against what was it called?
The Jazz.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
against
was bad.
Utah.
That was
That was
bad.
bad.
Gobert, obviously that's Goldie, but
That was
whatever.
the ball was clearly going down, but besides the point, the rest were just having a bad day. They never have bad days. But yeah, Westbrook kind of impressed me with that one good stretch he had.
Yeah, he's still going through it right now.
He's still going through.
Yeah, yeah,
He's really been taking the load off of Harden. You know, allowing Harden to kind of rest. You know, take it easy a bit. Because I mean, at the pace he was going, he was gonna tire himself out way before the
yeah.
playoffs even came. Before All Star break, maybe even. And yeah, Luca. Luka's just Luka, really. But the one thing that's really about Luka is thinking about the future wise is how many MVPs can really Luka maybe even win when he has to compete with Giannis. That's one thing for me.
Yeah.
That's one thing that kind of came in mind when I was making the list. How many MVPs can you really win when you're against Giannis? He can do everything really besides shoot. Once he shoots, it's over.
It's over, dude.
It's over, bro. Yeah, and that's me for MVP.
um, what I'll talk about what you said about Luca. I feel like he can win like 3 to 4 MVPs in his career, bro, because just to the sheer fact, like, his play style is so fun to watch. His step back threes, he's crazy floaters, and his crazy passes and all that. And people just like him generally, just love Luca. Like if you go on Sports Center, the only 3 players you're gonna see is LeBron, Luca, and Zion. That's it. That's all you're gonna see.
Yeah,
Is those 3 guys. Um, he's gonna win a lot of MVPs, I think, but it's just gonna come down to can Dallas be a championship contending team. But like you said with Harden, um, I still have to keep him up there in the top 5 just because he's still averaging 35. I know he's struggled in the past month. Oh well, really since 2020 started, but he's been struggling a lot lately. But he's still averaging 35. So, I mean, say that the guy's struggling and he's averaging 35. That's pretty good if you ask me. But yeah,
that just shows you
yeah,
how much he was going off when he's playing like he has been recently, and he's still averaging that many
yeah,
points. It's
hell yeah,
so crazy.
crazy. But yeah, and then for them too, like I said, Giannis is gonna come down to the playoffs for Harden, man. Like to me, I feel like this is the last. This is the. This is it, man. Like five years in a row, bro. Rockets have been contenders, and Harden's came up short like most of those times, man. He blew the 3-1 lead to. No, he came back 3-1, and then he obviously couldn't close out against Golden State both times where he should have. He should have. I
Yeah,
don't care if Chris Paul wasn't hurt, bro.
they
That
let
game
they
was still
yeah
close.
they
That
shot
game
so
was still
bad,
close. Um, but
missed like 19 shots
and
in a row.
even last year too, like KD's out, bro. Like go get it. But no, Steph Curry just takes over, and it's just gonna come down to that for Harden. But rookie of the year, um, now this is a real interesting one. So our top 5 is John Morant, of course, is everyone's top of the list. I have Kendrick Nunn at 2, Zion at 3, Tyler Hero at 4, and RJ Barrett at 5. Um, First things first, if John Morant's not number 1 on anyone's list, then I don't know what you're watching. 2, it was hard because Zion has only played like 9 games so far, but he's been like amazing in his 9 games. So it's kind of like, do I put him up there? Do I don't? So I kept him at 3rd. Um, he's averaging like 21 and 7 on like in like 26 minutes of playing time. Just imagine if he played like a regular 33, 34 minutes, bro. He'd be averaging like maybe 30 and 12 rebounds or something like that. But I mean, he's already shown flashes of what we expected of him. Um, Kendrick Nunn was a huge story to start the season. Him and Tyler Hero. Hero has fallen off a little bit. Um, he's also been injured, so there's that. But Kendrick Nunn, he's been great throughout. He's been pretty consistent throughout, and that's what makes me put him at 2. I want to talk about a guy like Eric Pascal. He was lighting it up in the first month or so of the season, but he's kind of cooled off a little bit. Um, he'd probably be 6 for me. And like I said with Hero, he's been injured. He's cooled off also. And RJ Barrett has also been injured, so um, he's somewhere in there. If Rui Hachimura played more games, I'd have him up there too. So I just want to put that out there.
Okay, so for me, of course, yeah, I got Jaw at one. For me, for me, I put Zion at two. I think Zion can, if he stays healthy, takes care of his body, I can clearly see him being second on the Rookie of the Year leaderboards, just because he just brings that energy to he just brings the energy to the Pelicans. Plays good defense, grabs boards, and he gives Lonzo that go to guy to just give the ball to.
Yeah, it's a lobs all day long, bro.
From half court. And yeah, for third I have RJ, just because I think RJ really just I think he has a complete game. He can pass. He can he can work out. I think he really just needs to improve his
Oh,
shooting. Really, I think shooting is
yeah.
really just all he's missing. That's his suit. Yeah, it's really sus right now. That's all he needs. For me, four I have Kendrick, and then five I have Eric Pascal.
Yeah.
I'd have him higher, but he cooled off. I was kind of bummed out with that. I mean, he was
Yeah.
lining up in the first. I remember that one game where that one game he scored like 30 points, and he was like, yeah, he was basically talking about how like they're not a good team, but like I got the chance, so I'm gonna make the best of it type of stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah,
You
he's
think the
it.
Warriors will keep him for next
I
year?
don't, mm,
They probably package him with Wiggins for a
yeah,
superstar. Yeah, I can see him leaving too, or being shipped. Yeah, he
yeah,
yeah, he upped
trade,
his value. So
yeah.
yeah, there's that. Um, next, what we got here? What we got here? What we got here?
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes, sir. You can start that one off.
All right, so for my list, I have AD at one, Kawhi at two, Gobert at three, Giannis four, and then five, I have Andre Drummond.
Mhm.
Um, I put AD one, just one reason he's averaging 2.4 blocks and 1.6 steals a game as a
Yeah,
big man.
insane.
That's insane, and he's kind of like he's really like just the Achilles heel of that defense, really, in my opinion. Besides, of course, from LeBron, but LeBron's 16 years, getting old, so he kind of
Yeah,
he really needs that guy to kind of step up the defense for him,
yeah,
and he's just that guy, and the stats just prove it. And his defensive percentages are nice too. I don't
yeah,
remember them by heart, but they're pretty high. Kawhi, um, he's averaging zero point 0.7 blocks, 1.8 steals, and I don't know. It's just Kawhi. I don't really know what to say about
yeah.
that.
It's Kawhi.
Yeah, same with Gobert. Of course, he's
Yeah,
gonna always average about 2 blocks a game. And then Giannis, same. It's just Giannis. I mean,
yeah.
when you, yeah. And then Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond's averaging
That's the
1 point.
surprise.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging one. I. It was tough between him. I was really gonna put Hassan Whiteside. I was really gonna
Yeah,
put
that's another
Whiteside.
one. Yeah,
Whiteside's averaging 3 blocks a game right now. That's crazy, bro. He's averaging 3 blocks a game. Like,
that's
what do you
hilarious.
like? Dang.
He still
Who?
sucks.
Yeah. Who made you mad before the season started? Dang.
Yeah,
Only person that comes close to that on this list is AD, and he has 2.4.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but
But
hmm?
no, that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's all you got.
Yeah.
So I had Giannis. One, of course, is Giannis, bro. Like you're not scoring on him. He blocked LeBron the All Star game. That was bad. LeBron tried to do a post fade.
It was like watching
That
the
shit
Iggy
was.
block.
And then AD at two. He's just a fucking beast. Rudy Gobert.
Don't want him
There's
to
two
cry.
blocks a game. Yeah, I don't want him to cry, so I'll put him up there.
Uh,
Kawhi, hey, by the way, Rudy Gobert did really good in the All-Star game. He had like 21 and 10. I was like, what the hell? Because I was watching it and I was like, it doesn't feel like he has 21. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna talk. I'm gonna talk. Well, I'll talk about after you finish.
All right. Kawhi, he's a robot. At 5, my surprise guy was Ben Simmons. Um, he's I think lead leader in steals. He's averaging 2 steals a game, man, and not even with the steals, just his overall defense. Like he can guard 1 through 4 and maybe even some fives, bro. Because he's mobile enough to guard point guards, and he's pretty big to guard some smaller centers out there. And he's big enough to get the rebound, obviously. He averages 8 rebounds. But um, people talk about the Sixers and like how they haven't really been meshing like how we thought they would. But I mean, Ben Simmons has actually been pretty damn good this year, offensively and defensively. So I mean, you have to take that into account. I was watching First Take, and Max said that Simmons was a better defender than Embiid, and I was like, I don't know. It's close. It's getting close. I know that for a fact. But um, Simmons is really upped his defense to his potential. Um, and that's gonna help Philly in the playoffs. I think they'll get it together come playoff time, maybe. We'll see what Brett Brown decides to do, but yeah, Ben Simmons, man. Like you said, Hassan Whiteside and Andre Drummond has been a surprise too. Andre Drummond averages 2 steals for a fucking center. Like I don't know how that's possible, but yeah.
um. Yeah. Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. Did you did you hear about what they said about was some I forgot who it was, but someone was like, bro, at the pace of this game, Jokic just barely getting past half court. I was like, damn.
That's facts. Bro, his conditioning is actually so good, bro. For like what you see, what you like might think of him. His condition is good. Remember the 4 overtimes versus the Blazers in the playoffs last
Oh
year?
yeah.
He played like 60 minutes. Those memes are hilarious after that game. But yeah, most improved. Okay, this was the hardest one for me. By far, this was the hardest one, and it was the most interesting one as well because there's a lot of names that we don't really see on an everyday basis, but um, it's good to see that these guys are really improving. So one, I have Brandon Ingram. He was my preseason prediction to win Most Improved, and he's making me look good right now. So keep that going. Averaging 25. He even said like getting out of LA was like one of the best things that happened to him because like obviously the pressure of LA, Los
Yeah.
Angeles Lakers spotlight. You have 16 banners hanging above you for crying out loud. So the expectations were huge out there. And obviously the fans' expectations are insane. If you do have one bad game, they're on your ass. So I mean, he said getting on to New Orleans was like a great thing to happen to him. And he's really proven it, averaging 25. Um, Shea, that's my boy, man. Shea Gilgeous Alexander, man. Averaging what, 19, 5 and 3, I think. You'd like the assist to be a little bit higher, but with Chris Paul there, I guess you don't need to do too much playmaking. Um, his shooting has improved over the transition to OKC, and he's just smooth, man. Shea is just a smooth player, bro. If you watch
Bro,
him,
yeah. I remember
yeah,
what's it called? Ian was talking to me. He was like, "You should play like Shea." I was like, "Why?" He was like, "He's not fast with the ball, but like he's just so crafty
he's
and smooth with it."
smooth, bro.
I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah,
It's
I
smooth.
probably should take after that."
It's so
It's
effective.
crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, he's so effective too, and his defense is pretty good too. It's not like elite where he's getting 3 steals a game or 2 blocks, but it's he's like solid. Like you can't just like push him over like that, you know. And another guy I had, Bam Adebayo. Um, he came out of nowhere for me, honestly. Um, he does everything, bro. He's kind of like, I want to say he's like a young version of Al Horford. A young Al Horford before he started shooting threes. Um, because the assists, bro. He's averaging 5 assists a game this year, and I was like, oh
Damn,
wow. I was like,
that's a
wow. No
lot.
wonder why the Heat are so good, bro. He's
More
averaging
than some,
5 assists.
more than some guards.
Bro, the Heat are cold, bro. The Heat are cold, but yeah, man. Um, obviously averages a double double. Damn, he came from what 8 points last year to 16 this year. Um, Devontae Graham, he was great to start off the season, man. He was probably, if you were to take the most improved player award for the first month of the season, I would give it to Devontae Graham. But he did cool off a bit. Um, he's still doing great, obviously. He's in a 3-point contest, but um, he has taken a little bit of a dip as Terry Rozier has gotten better as the season went on. Um, and then Jaylen Brown, man. Um, some people are vouching for Jaylen Brown to be an All Star this year, and he was one of those. He was one of those borderline guys for me. Um, I just couldn't put him up there. I just couldn't. But after it seems like after all the All Stars have been selected, he's been playing even better. With a chip on his shoulder. So um, and he's always been probably my favorite player on the Celtics. Ever since he joined. So I just really fuck with him. That's
Over
my guy.
Tatum, I'm highly offended. That boy Tatum's my boy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my 5.
All right, so for me, for my 5, number 1, I have Luca.
That was a tough
2,
one, man.
I don't know. For me, I originally had Ingram at 1, but like taking a look into the stats, I had to put him number 1 to be playing the same amount of minutes with the improvements he made. But yeah,
Yeah,
I had him at 2. I had Shea at 3. 4, I had Devontae, and then 5, I had Jaylen Brown.
yeah, yeah. But with Luca, that was kind of tough for me because he was already he was already damn near All Star caliber last year. That's why I couldn't really put him up there because he was already great the first year. Like these
Yeah,
other guys I mentioned weren't like great. They were pretty good, but they're
I mean,
not
if
like they weren't like
I don't know if the most improved award, if it was like an award to where they really like deep deep dive dive if they really dive into this season compared to last season, I would give it to Devontae because he was averaging, I think,
he
like
averaged like
four
4 points
four
a
point.
game.
Yeah, he averaged like
And he
four
was in a
points
G
last,
League.
and now he's averaging 18, like 8, like 20, like 18.1. It's like
That's crazy. Yeah.
he really put in his it really went into the lab.
Yeah.
But but Ingram, yeah, like you said, him going to New Orleans really just changed him. He's really more at peace with himself. He doesn't worry about pressure. He doesn't have to worry about
Yeah.
making him happy, making her happy. He can just do him,
Yeah.
build chemistry with the team, just improve year by year, month by month, game by game with Lonzo, Zion, Josh Hart, and all the other ones.
Yeah.
Um, my boy Shea, of course, he was going to be on this list. That's my boy.
Shay's a beast, bro.
Um, yeah, I feel like him going from the Clippers to OKC kind of gave him a refresher to just show off his talents,
Yeah.
and that's really what he did. What is he averaging? He's averaging like 19,
19.
19, like 4 and 5, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed. He slowed down, of course, after the first half. Well, after like the first 2 months. First 2 months, He was putting up 20 left and right. I was like, well,
Yeah.
hold on.
Bro, shout out to Steven Adams for hitting that half court shot like a bro. He shot it like this and it went 70 feet.
I remember I forgot what people were saying. People were like, he shot the basketball like I forgot, like
I
a
said he
Nerf
shot it
gun.
like a Nerf ball.
Yeah, like a Nerf
Like
ball.
like those
Yeah,
little soft ass Nerf balls, bro. I
yeah.
don't know how he did that. He barely did that, bro. But yeah, OKC's been a really good surprise team this year, man. I expect them to go in rebuild mode and trade Chris Paul and all this other stuff, but they really hung in there. And Billy Donovan deserves a lot of credit. We'll get to him in a second. Hold up. There we go.
I got
All
someone
right.
from. I got another OKC player on the last list.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can
But
get to
yeah.
that one. We can get to that one.
All right. So, six man of the year,
Yes, sir.
number one. I got. Honestly, I don't even know who I have number one. I don't
You
even.
had didn't you have Rose?
I had Rose. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep the list I had. I had Rose. 2, I had Schroeder. 3, I had Lou. 4, I had Harrell, and then 5, I had Jordan Clarkson.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Clarkson's been like beasting,
Clarkson's
bro.
he surprised me. He's
Yeah.
low key. He's been a nice asset to second unit for them for
Yeah.
Utah.
Bro, he scored like 30 on the fucking Rockets. I was like, bro, this dude is killing us right now. And like, of course, Bogdanovich hit that game winner. Pissed me off, but um,
I couldn't believe
my
he had made
top,
that.
yeah, that pissed me off, bro. Yeah, that was bad. Um, my top six man, Lou Will, like he's gonna be at the top of the list every year. It seems like, bro, this dude is like he could play forever. Uh, Montrezl Harrell, Lou and Harrell both average 19 a game, which is insane off the bench. Like that's why I think Clippers are winning it all. They're both averaging 19 points off the bench, bro.
They're
But
they have so much depth, bro. It's fucking crazy,
bro,
dude.
bro, I don't want to hear about Reggie Jackson, bro. People need to stop that. He sucks. Let me get that out there. He fucking sucks. But 3, I had Dennis Schroeder. He's been great, Mo. Whenever OKC goes to that Chris Paul, Shea, Dennis Schroeder lineup, bro, that's a godly, bro. That's a godly lineup. You can't defend that. Like you just can't. And then I have Derrick Rose, of course. He's missed some games, but a quiet guy that has been a really great six man has been Goran Dragic, bro. For the Heat, bro. Let me tell you, the Heat are so fucking good, bro. He's averaging 16 off the bench, bro. He's still doing the same thing he was doing as a starter, but he's just doing it off the bench. And like I expect him to ask for a trade, but I mean, he's just waiting it out, playing it out. He just wants to win, I guess. So yeah, Dragic.
All right, so last but least, we got Coach of the Year. I guess for me, I have number 1, I have Nick Nurse. 2, hold up, I should have wrote the last names. I have Mike. Yeah, I have Mike Malone too.
You wrote Mike.
Yeah, I wrote Mike. There's 2 Mikes. I was like, wait, what? 3, I have Eric Spoelstra. 4, I have Budenholzer. And then 5, I just put Frank Vogel on there. Bro, it's like, I don't know. It's
You
like,
know
he
who's the
doesn't,
coach,
it's like, I don't know. He doesn't,
bro?
he's not going to win, but like the record, I guess I just throw him. I guess I just throw him in there.
You might as well put Jason Kidd on there too. He's the
Oh,
back.
man.
They literally have 3 head coaches on their fucking staff. Vogel, fucking Kidd, Jason Kidd, and then Lionel Hollins. I just find that funny. But Who else?
That was 5.
Oh, you want to
Yeah.
talk about him?
Nick Nurse. I had to put him number 1 for losing Kawhi, and they're still just second in the Eastern Conference.
They have a better record now than they did last year with Kawhi. At this
Yeah, that's
time, that's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah,
See, I told people that Fred and Siakam was gonna work. I told people it was gonna work. I knew it was gonna work. I told you that too.
yeah. Bro, I didn't have faith in the Raptors, honestly. Bro, at one point I had them out the playoff.
No, I
I
had them in the
think I did. That
playoffs.
was bad. Yeah,
I don't know. For me, really, it's just OKC. I had OKC like 10th seed, and they're
yeah,
like, that's crazy. But yeah, I have Mike Malone 2, because they're second in the Western Conference, and what's it called? Jokic really didn't play. He didn't really play well in the like first two months of the season. He was struggling. All his averages were going down. Besides for rebounds were up there. He was averaging like 3 less points. His assist totals were really down a lot.
yeah.
It kind of seemed like he was going to take a step back, but they've maintained it. Spoelstra, I don't need to say that. I
He's
mean,
been good forever, bro.
yeah, getting Jimmy Butler, letting Kendrick, Tyler Hero, and Bam show out, and yeah, and they're 4th seed right now. That's crazy. I didn't have them
Yeah.
making the play. I didn't have them making the playoffs,
You see,
which
he
is
damn.
which is
Yeah, I thought you had
crazy.
him at 8. Oh, you had him split. You're like either the Heat or the Magic.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
remember
couldn't.
that.
Yeah.
That's crazy
uh,
thinking about that.
yeah. I don't know, it's crazy just to believe all all of those dudes just entered the league like 2-3 years ago, and they're playing like this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Better than some veteran teams or some. It's crazy, dude.
Bro, the Heat
How
play like a veteran team. Even like Duncan Robinson too. Like, bro, they're loaded, bro.
and then them getting Iguodala too,
Jay Crowder, yep.
and Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
Their defense is good, nice.
Elite, bro. And then yeah, but I got Nick Nurse number 1. Like I said, he has the same record, if not I think it's a little better record this year without Kawhi than he had last year with Kawhi around the same time. And he's had injuries, bro. Like Gasol's been out at least half of this season so far. Ibaka's missed some games. Lowry's missed a lot of games. And he's still like they're still up there. You know what I mean? There's top 2 seed. They had that 15-game win streak. It was a bad stretch of games. They played terrible teams, but still, it's hard to do. And there's always they're a top 5 defensive team again, and they're gonna be there once again, bro. They're gonna be there waiting. They're gonna be there battling it out with Philly, with Boston, with Miami. Um, I think the Bucks are in a class of their own, but when you talk about that second tier, those 4 teams I just named, it's gonna be a bloodbath to see who gets out of that. But I had Eric Spoelstra at 2. Speaking of the Heat, Eric Spoelstra's always been a good coach. Like even before LeBron got to Miami, Spoelstra was there. He was doing his thing as a coach. And even after LeBron left, the Heat still made the playoffs. They just have a great coach over there, Pat Riley. He's a god tier. And they're just a great organization. And you're seeing it right now with Jimmy Butler and these guys just killing it. Number 3, I had Billy Donovan. I gave Billy Donovan a lot of shit in the past. I did not like him at all. KD didn't like him either. He came out and said that. Yeah, he didn't do anything. Like he was like what Tyronn Lue was. Like he didn't do shit. But
The
I mean,
freaking what is it?
Tyronn Lue did a couple things, but
Jason Garrett of the NBA.
yeah, Billy Donovan just didn't do shit. Like honestly, but now that I guess Russ is gone, he's not scared to like change things up. I guess I don't know. I guess he just let Russ do his thing all the time and didn't want to change. But he's actually doing shit this year. So and then I have Mike Malone. Nuggets have been injured. Millsap's missed a ton of games. Murray's now missing some games. Jokic has struggled, but they're still second seed. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they came back somehow, got first. I'm not. I'm just gonna say that. Um, but he's keeping them afloat, and they'll be ready come playoff time. And then Mike Budenholzer, of course, gotta have the winningest coach this season up there. Um, he's doing it once again with the Bucks. Top five offensive efficiency, top five defensive efficiency. Bucks are just elite both sides of the ball. And but it's gonna come down to the playoffs. Like what adjustments can he make if teams start playing Giannis a certain way? They're gonna start doubling him. They're gonna um back off completely, let him shoot threes. Like and it's gonna be down to Giannis and Mike Budenholzer. Like what are they gonna do to adjust to it? And that's what we're all ready to see. But yeah, man, this season's been pretty good. I think people are saying the season's been boring. I thought it's been pretty good so far. How do you feel?
Um, I like the season more than the last, I say, two-ish, three-ish seasons,
Yeah,
just because the league's more diverse now. I feel like talented players are more scattered around like that,
yeah,
and we have a lot more young players making an impact on the league. A lot
yeah,
more of those, and yeah, that's kind of my personal reason.
yeah. Bro, yeah, yeah. What you said, man. The talent is spread out, bro. I'm so happy about that, bro. I was so happy when Kawhi went to the Clippers, bro. I'm really glad he's
Even
going to the Lakers, bro.
even the
Bro,
really even the worst teams have talent.
yeah. Hawks, Trae Young.
I mean, besides the Knicks, I mean they have RJ.
Yeah,
That's
they
really about that's about
uh,
it. We
they
don't
got
count them.
Suns with Booker. Well, I thought the
Kelly
Grizzlies would be
Oubre.
bad, man. That's crazy. Kelly. Bro, Kelly's nice, bro. Averaging 18.
I told y'all he was better than Otto Porter Jr. I told y'all.
Yo,
Where
what,
is
right?
where is he? Where is Otto Porter Jr.? I don't even know what team he's
He's
on
on the
right now.
Bulls. He's always hurt. He's on
Oh
the Bulls.
yeah, true. That
He's always hurt.
I don't know what the Bulls are gonna do. They've been disappointing.
Their management is terrible.
Yeah.
Bro, I had the Bulls almost there in the playoffs, bro. I had them almost up there. But Jim Borland's terrible coach. Bottom five in the league. Um and the fucking management is just terrible. Fire Garpax immediately. Um, they're both terrible. Um, yeah, Otto Porter's played 9 games this year. He sucks. But yeah. Um, yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap this up, man. Hopefully the rest of the season's nice. We got some playoff battles shaping up out here. We probably need to do a video about that. Where do we think each team's gonna finish? That'd be a good idea. Um,
yeah.
and yeah, I just can't wait for the season, man. The games are gonna be more competitive, even more competitive and exciting to watch because teams are fighting for playoff spots left and right. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say.
One thing I do want to talk about, the All-Star game got me fired for the second half of the season. I also
Yeah,
told you too it was gonna work. That
yeah.
fourth quarter was
It
just
was,
it was
bro,
so competitive, bro. Just street ball, just ISO. I'm
bro. I
like,
had to get up. I had to like stand right next to the TV. I was so hyped for it.
bro, it
Bro,
was just so beautiful. It wasn't boring. Just every dribble was entertaining, bro.
yeah,
Everybody standing, celebrities standing up on the other side of the court,
yeah.
just with phones out, recording everything. It
And
was
it feels
just
like there's more celebrities there this year than like normal. I don't know. It feels
Yeah.
like it. But yeah, bro. There was that meme where it was like, you know, that meme where the guy's sitting back in the chair playing the game,
And he looks up,
and
and then he gets up.
it said the All Star game in the fourth quarter, dude sitting there. I was like, hell yeah, bro. That's, if it didn't end on a free throw, it would be perfect though. Like
Yeah.
if they played like a pickup game where it's like take it back to the top and check it,
Yeah, I thought.
that'd be
Yeah.
nice. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But
Seeing that on a professional basketball game would be
oh shit,
amazing.
yeah, that'd be nice. But AD said he missed the first one on purpose to put pressure on
Oh.
to try to make the other team think they would win. But hey, yeah, it was fun though. It was fun. But anyways, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up. This is just the facts here. My name's Jimmy.
Man,
And
I'm Eric.
like, comment, share, subscribe, man. And we are out.
We out. Peace.
Yeah, that's probably a long ass video.
Yeah, that was a long video.
Damn.